Hi, this is Vanessa from Inductive Automation, and I'm most likely recording this video because we haven't met online yet and done a demo. So what I'm going to attempt to do here today is do a live install of Ignition software and connect to a PLC and log data all in less than 5 minutes. So what I did is I went ahead to our website, inductiveautomation.com, and I'm going ahead and installing the latest version of Ignition, which is happens to be at this point 7.8.0. And this will install the entire Ignition platform for me. And I'll go ahead and run this now. By the way, I'm attempting to do this as quickly as possible in less than 5 minutes. So right now it is almost 11:13 a.m. And I'll go ahead and accept all this stuff, and I'll just do a typical install for now. The other thing that you're going to want is a SQL database. I happen to have MySQL running here on my computer. By the way, I'm just on a Windows 7 laptop. You're probably going to want to have Ignition running on a server at some point, but for now, a laptop should be fine. So when you install Ignition, the gateway is going to open up here. And you can get to the gateway anytime by going to a browser and just typing in localhost :8088 if you're on the computer you installed it on. If you're on a different computer but you're on the same private network, you could also open up a browser. Instead of localhost, obviously you would type in the IP address of the computer you have Ignition installed on, and then :8088, and you'd get to the same exact gateway. So here's the full installed version of Ignition. I'm just installing it as a trial from our website, and that's fine for now. So the first thing you want to do is get into the configuration section. So we'll go into here and we'll type in admin and password. And then the next thing we want to do is actually connect to a device so we can log data. So I'll go ahead and connect to one of these devices here. These are the drivers that come with Ignition, but you can also connect it to another driver if you wanted to. We just happen to have those set up here in the software already. So I've got a MicroLogic. So you type in the IP address of the MicroLogic since this is an Ethernet driver. And we should be connected here in a moment. Okay, and then the next thing you want to do is connect to a regular old SQL database. So again, I have MySQL here on my computer, which is a free version of MySQL. So you go ahead and connect to the database using the drivers that are installed. You can name it whatever you want. The database that I'm connected to is called test, and it's just an empty database. There's absolutely nothing in there. Let me see, root, and this is the username and password for the database. So Ignition will create the tables in the database for me when I'm data logging. Okay, so I have my connections going, and then now I'm going to go ahead and launch the designer, which is where we're going to start doing our data logging. I've been going here for 3 minutes and 30 seconds, so hopefully I can get through this fast enough. So the first time the designer launches, it does this unpacking thing. Fortunately, it'll create a shortcut on your desktop after that, so you don't have to go through the whole gateway stuff next time. All right, so I've got a minute to go here. I'm just going to create a new project called test. And this part takes a while. Okay, so to data log, you go to transaction groups and create a new table. Call it a history table. You'll go here and grab some tags here from the PLC I connected to. As many as you want. You can create as many different transaction groups as you want. So I'll just grab those guys. I'll set it to go to the database every 3 seconds. Create a new table called group table. That's fine. And I'll go ahead and enable this and hit the save button there on the left. So this table should start logging here. Auto refresh every 3 seconds. So it created a table in the database called group table, and by default it's creating columns, and these are the these are the addresses from the PLC. You can go ahead and change that if you want. It doesn't have to be the address in the PLC. You can go back at any point and change the target name. So those are the columns that it's logging to in the database. I just did 3 seconds, but you could do, you know, any sort of timer you want. You could do like a schedule, and you can do a trigger. So that's all I had to show you. So I did that all in less than 5 minutes. So if you have any questions, let me know. You can always reach me at inductiveautomation.com at extension 231. And you can also reach me online as well at Vanessa at inductiveautomation.com. So do you have any other questions? Let me know. Thank you.